If you're watching this channel, that means you love interior design trends, but accomplishing those trends can be very pricey. So in today's video, I'm talking about the most affordable 2025 interior design trends and obviously how to try them affordably. And today's video is full of so many designer dupes. I think you're really gonna love it. But before we get into it, I do wanna say a huge thank you to Kohl's for sponsoring today's video, but I'll tell you more about Kohl's later on. Let's get into it. The first trend that I'm totally obsessed with is pillow play. So what's pillow play? Well, remember the time when people only wanted a few pillows on their sofa? They wanted one little pillow, it was perfectly chopped, and that was it? Well, I hate to tell you this, except I don't hate. I'm very excited about it. Pillows are back. Pillows are having a moment. So the next time you go buy a new sofa and they send you home with like 5 different decorative pillows, you're actually going to use those decorative pillows, not throw them in a closet and never look at them ever again. People are loving pillows in 2025 and we're having fun with them. We're not covering them with the same fabric, the same print, the same pattern. We're using those pillows as a place for expression. We're using those pillows to really articulate and even amplify your interior design style. So not only are we going to play with different pillow sizes, so we're going to use a 20 by 20, a 24 by 24, a 12 by 14. We're also going to play with different shapes of pillows. Now, as we're walking through today's video, I know you're probably thinking, wow, all of these things Kiva is styling with are so luxe. Are they from a designer store? I bet they're really, really expensive. Well, I'm about to blow your mind because no, all of these high quality designer inspired finds are from Kohl's. And I do want to say a huge thank you again to Kohl's for sponsoring today's video. In my opinion, Kohl's is a hidden gem when it comes to finding affordable, on-trend home decor. And honestly, Kohl's is very near and dear to my heart because growing up, that's where I did all of my shopping. That's where I got my jeans and my polos for school. So I'm a Kohl's girl for life. And Kohl's has really stepped it up when it comes to interior design. So you definitely need to check them out. From February 20th to March 2nd, you can actually save up to 85% off select clearance items after an already 50% off. And they're having a spring sale from February 27th to March 2nd. And one of my favorite parts about shopping at Kohl's is Kohl's Cash. Kohl's Cash is a program that lets customers earn money back at Kohl's. So say you buy a bunch of amazing home decor right now, when you spend a certain amount, you get Kohl's Cash, and you could spend it in a few weeks the next time you're shopping. I mean, as far as girl math goes, that's basically free money. So shop Kohl's spring season now. All of the items that I featured so far and will feature in today's video are linked down in my description box. Now, this next trend is really related to the pillows, but we need to talk about it separately. That is going to be the piling on of texture. Now, texture's had its moment for a few years now, but what do we mean by texture? We mean that we want to have a robust, exciting, tactile experience. So we're going to play with different fabrics. We're going to have velvet, we're going to have chenille, we're going to have boucle, we're going to have a new fabric that I just made up. We're going to have all of the different types of fabrics. We're also going to have different patterns, right? Because different patterns elicit different textures. We're also going to experiment with stitching. Maybe we want everything to be the same color, but we're switching up all of that stitching, and therefore it's a very different, like I said, tactile experience. We want to cater not just to the visual, you know, I always also talk about the olfactory, but we also want to cater to the tactile. The only one we're missing out on is the gustatory, and we're not tasting our furniture, okay? We're just not doing that in 2025, maybe in 2026. So how are we going to pile on this texture? Again, it's with layers. We're going to layer blankets on the back of our sofa, on the side of our sofa. Maybe we even cover a cushion with a blanket. We are going to have blankets and pillows, and we also want to see texture in how we're styling things as well. So we want to have different materials, different patterns, hammering, fluting, all of that good stuff on our coffee tables, right? We are mixing and matching. We're going to do the same thing on our rugs. We might experiment with pile. Maybe we might even see the return of the shag rug. That's something I'm seeing. We might need to talk about that in a whole video of itself because that's a big one. But we are piling on the texture. We want to think about how we feel when we're experiencing our interior design, not just how things look. The next interior design trend we have to talk about is lighting in unexpected places. Now, I'm going to say Kiva was talking about this in 2023 and no one was on board, and look at that. I knew what was going to happen. So what do I mean by lighting in unexpected places? Of course, we've already talked about lighting in the bathroom and lighting in the kitchen, but we're seeing lamps on bookshelves. We're seeing them on coffee tables. We're seeing lamps in the wackiest places, and I love it because as someone who cannot see, I want light absolutely everywhere. Maybe that's with candles, maybe that's with lamps. Maybe we're turning vases into lamps. That's something I'm loving doing. I love these picture vases from Kohl's, obviously. I'm just going to put a lampshade on them and one of my LED lights, and I turned it into a lamp. This is a great way to have something sculptural that also illuminates the space. And I just think illumination on your coffee table makes your styling that much more robust because you can really see all of the items there, and that little glow just elevates it a little bit more. And along with lighting in unexpected places, we are seeing an emphasis on small lighting. People are loving mini lamps. Truly, the smaller the light, the better, which honestly seems kind of counterproductive to me because you can't see if the light is too tiny, but let's go ahead and have both of them. I think we can have small lights, we can have big lights, we can have medium lights. We love lights of all sizes, but definitely infuse some lighting in your home. If you're only relying on the big light, I promise you, you're doing yourself a disservice because you aren't really making your home quite as cozy as it can be. And as you're probably noticing as we move throughout today's video, it's all about the cozy. The next trend that is taking over 2025 that I'm so excited about is the emphasis on flower arrangements. So there's been this period of time where people just want branches. They're like, okay, is it dead? Yes. Is it tall? Yes. Perfect, right? And I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't like the look because I love the look, but flowers are having their moment again. And am I just saying this because I'm taking a flower arranging class? No, but I am partial to the flower arrangement. So basically, we're seeing people play with different types of flowers. So we're seeing actual flowers, real flowers. We're seeing greenery and flowers together. We're kind of seeing this celebration of life through florals. And we're seeing arrangements not just in the kitchen, we're seeing them absolutely everywhere. I love that a lot of people are trying to acquire this new skill. And I love that a lot of people are saying, hey, next time I go to the grocery store, I'm gonna make a flower arrangement, and it might not look good, but it also might look good. And we're going to take care and celebrate these flowers. I'm just loving the emphasis on flower arrangement, seeing different flowers and different colors and different heights and different textures, as opposed to just having the same long dead stems in absolutely every room. Another item that's kind of making a resurgence is the book. You're saying, Kiva, what on earth are you talking about? People are decorating with books again, and not just coffee table books. They're decorating with their random books, your math books, your GRE books, latest New York Times. It doesn't matter. People are celebrating books. They are celebrating literature, and I think it is a beautiful thing. I love having a tablet to read on. I love having a phone to read on, but there's nothing quite like paper. There's nothing quite like paper, and I love that people are kind of celebrating this. I really think we can attribute this to like that Nancy Meyers aesthetic and the bookshelf wealth that was really popular at the end of 2024 and continues to be popular in 2025. But as I always say, please do not do this if you're not reading the books. Nobody needs you to buy 50 million books because books are expensive, right? For you to not read them. Put the books out that you like to read, that you're actively reading, that can foster conversation with people in your home, or you can skip out on this one altogether. But don't feel like you have to have the perfectly cream and white books. Have books that make sense with what you're doing. The things that you love always, always, always have a space in your home. Now, I talk all the time about how to style a coffee table, and if you don't know how to style a coffee table, that means you're not subscribed. So click here to subscribe to the channel. But I always talk about how we break the coffee table into quadrants and we style maybe 2 of them, and then 2 of them remain empty. Not anymore. It doesn't matter what your interior design style is. We are occupying all 4 quadrants in 2025. Maybe one just has a mug in it, or just like one small decorative accent, but we are over styling, as you're probably seeing in all of the trends I'm talking about, and we're seeing this on our coffee table as well. But over styling doesn't have to mean there's not one blank space in your coffee table. It just means that we are not throwing all of our stuff in a closet and having one of those scary closets that like Monica has in the show Friends. We're not doing that. We are having our things out and about. We're not trying to maintain a perfect home, but we're trying to maintain a home that is functional for us. And sometimes function means having things out on display that aren't totally beautiful. Now, the way that we are going to make that work, though, is by having more storage containers. We're seeing an emphasis on organization and stylish organization in 2025. So we're having cutesy little boxes. We're having just cutesy organization stuff. We're having little baskets that are chic. They're not just like acrylic anymore. They're not just like those big tubs that you put like your Christmas decor in. Like this green box, it's cutesy. I love it. You can put your remote in there. You can put whatever you want in there. I like to do my nails at the coffee table. I have nail polish in mine. We're making organization cute in 2025 because we need to stay organized. What we've been doing where we're trying to make everything pristine and then shove everything in a closet, we're just secretly disorganized, and that isn't working for us. This box does bring me to the next trend, which is fluting. And fluting has been having its moment for a while, but we only saw it via wood, and you guys are regretting buying into that one now because everyone's house looks the same now. It's like the Tuscan kitchen all over again. We're gonna talk about the Tuscan kitchen soon because I think there's gonna be a resurgence. But We're seeing fluting in tile a lot. We're seeing it with wood, but I think a really easy and affordable way to incorporate it is just via your decorative accents. So as I said, this green box, it is a fluted marble. It has that texture. It has that ridging, right? We're getting the trend without doing a whole renovation. And I love that for us because renovations are expensive. And then when we buy into something like that, like the fluting or the reading everyone did on the wall, think about how much of a pain it's going to be to undo that. You got to get rid of all those liquid nails and you have to patch all those holes. Future you is going to be happy you listened to Kiva and got this box or a box like this instead. The last trend we're seeing a lot of in 2025, and we've seen it for the past few years, but again, this is a trend that is kind of going across all design styles, is the emphasis on rounded corners and a live edge. So we're leaning into the organic. We don't want everything with a straight line anymore. There used to be a time where we needed like a ruler to measure everything and make sure everything was like a complete straight line. Like my level was truly put to work during that era, but not anymore. We love rounded pieces. We love sculptural pieces, so we're going to get this via vases. I don't want you to go out and buy a whole new curved sofa. Curved sofas aren't for everybody, especially if you like to lounge. A great way, again, to get this look is via introducing new vases. So maybe you have a square coffee table. If you have a wavy vase like this one or a picture vase like this, I think that this is kind of like the best of both worlds. But that's it for today's video. Those are the interior design trends that I know for a fact that you could achieve affordably, and I showed you how to do so in my own living room today. Now let me know down in the comments if you want a video on the dining room or the kitchen or the bedroom, because I would love to explore these trends further and show you how to make them more accessible. Now, if you want to buy any of the things I shared in today's video, you can click the links down in the description box to buy everything from Kohl's. And again, shop Kohl's spring season now. February 20th to March 2nd, you can save up to 85% off on select clearance items after 50% off. And they're having a spring sale from February 27th to March 2nd. As I said, everything I shared today and more is linked down in the description box. You can check all of those items out down there. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and until next time, have a beautiful day.